In order for us to change the world very effectively, we need to study the world of cause and the world of effect, and understand how they manifest our reality. The world of cause and the world of effect can be understood by studying a tree and its fruits. The world of cause is likened to the root of a tree, because the root is hidden from sight, just like how the cause of matter is hidden from sight. The root of the tree also nourishes the tree, causing it to grow. Without the root, the tree cannot grow and bear fruits. As for the world of effect, it is analogous to the branch of a tree, because the branch is visible. The visible world, which is the world of matter, is the effect of the invisible world, which is the world of spirit, the cause of reality. In Kabbalah, there are two cosmic trees that symbolize the structure of the universe. One is upside down, and the other is right side up. The upside down cosmic tree is the one that I will focus on in this video, because comprehending how this tree works will empower us to change the world more effectively. The upside down cosmic tree is a very important symbol in many religions. For example, in the Bhagavad Gita, the upside down cosmic tree is called the Ashvattha tree. In relation to the cosmos, the roots of the upside down cosmic tree are located in the upper world, or the spiritual realm, and its branches are located in the lower world, or the material realm. The concept of the upside-down cosmic tree shows that all manifested things are rooted in God and receive nutrients from this omniscient creator. In other words, all manifested things depend on the living energy of God to exist and flourish. It's important to remember that the root of the upside-down cosmic tree represents the spiritual realm, which is the interior of existence, or the root level of reality. In other words, it is the world of cause. Within the spiritual realm, there are forces that manage and govern the things in the material realm, which is the branch level of reality. Anything that exists in the branch level of reality is the direct result of a force in the root level of reality. Therefore, the branch is the world of effect, which is the external part of reality, and has no power on its own. Think of the branch like raw material, waiting for someone to convert it into something useful. The branch, which represents the material realm, contains the raw material to receive the will of the upper force of the root. Because of this, the branch has no power to change anything, and only exists as a result of the upper force. Therefore, the only way to change anything effectively in the material realm is to rise to the root and influence its spiritual force to change the raw material of the branch. Unfortunately, when it comes to changing reality, most people are striving to change reality through the branch, which is the effect or the consequence. What they don't realize is that changing reality through the branch is not very effective, because it's like pulling a weed and leaving its roots behind to regrow. In order to change the effect or the consequence effectively, we need to influence the cause, which is the root. Let's watch a short video clip from Enter the Zohar to learn how we can influence the cause.
Language is a system of symbols that point to concepts, arranging them in patterns that communicate meaning. Great, but what's meaning? For us, sensation is meaning. At our core, sensation is the only thing we get or don't get about what we read. The words of every language on earth are about sensations that come from relating to objects. Even our words for emotions are only about things. If you're hungry, it's not just hungry. You're hungry for a salad. You're hungry for something. There's always a thing associated with that feeling. But what if you're expressing sensations that come from relating to forces that manage this world? Forces that aren't things, but influences you can't see, because by definition, an influence is above or beyond the things that it influences. And what if you're writing a book? Because what you want to do is make it possible for people in this world to enter those sensations, to enter those forces that can't be described by thing words. The only way to cross that dimension is to use words that you can relate to. Use words from this world, but use them and work backwards up to the world of those influences. This is what the Kabbalists did when they wrote the Zohar. They created a cross-dimensional language called the language of branches. So, the world we live in is the world of outcomes. Everything we see, everything that happens here, is the result of what already happened here. Down here is time, space, and our world. people, places, things, the objects and events of this world. It includes your feelings, it includes your thoughts. This is the outside of existence, the branch level of reality. These are the forces that manage the objects. This is the inside of existence, the causal, the root level of reality. There's nothing on the branch level that isn't the direct result of an upper force. It's said there's not a blade of grass that doesn't have an angel above it that strikes it and tells it to grow. These forces, they're expressions of a single giving field of intention that never changes. And this type of intention is the only thing that can create. The branch has no power in itself. It's all just raw material. It's like the wax after the imprint of a seal. The only thing it can be is what the seal imprinted into it. Boom. It's too late. It can't change anything. The raw material, it's the will to receive. It doesn't have its own existence. It only exists as a result of the upper force. So, the only way to change anything is to rise to the root level. But, until I start sensing the fixed upper intention, I can't escape this world.
One of the most effective ways for us to influence the cause to change reality is through the language system. A language is a system of symbols. These symbols are known as letters, words, and numbers. Symbols point to concepts and allow us to channel our thoughts and emotions to others through the art of communication. Because letters, words, and numbers can channel thoughts and emotions, they can be used to connect us to the higher worlds and influence their forces. They also have the power to program our minds. Our collective mind is the central processor of our reality because it works similar to a central processing unit, also known as a CPU. Therefore, when we know how to use letters, words, and numbers to program our minds in a positive way, we can cause reality to change for the better. Using letters, words, and numbers to program our minds is how we can influence the cause to change the effect. As the effect changes, the material world has no choice but to change. Another effective way for us to influence the cause is through the desire to learn spiritual knowledge and apply that knowledge to change our lives. By learning and applying spiritual knowledge, we awaken the light that surrounds our souls, strengthening our connection to our complete state. The complete state of our soul exists within the collective soul. It is a state of perfection and omniscient. It's often hard for us to perceive the collective soul because we mostly observe reality through egoist points of view and desires. As our souls become more perfect and complete through the process of acquiring and applying spiritual knowledge, the world around us will have no choice but to change to reflect that state of perfection. The world has no choice but to change because the source that converts thoughts into symbols and images to project the world is within us. This means that we are the creators of our reality. As creators, we have the power to change the world. But in order to change it in a powerful way, we need to change it through the root. Today, most people are striving to change reality through the branch without influencing the root. In other words, they are striving to change the effect without influencing the cause. The dark force is well aware of the power of changing reality through the root, which is why they like to use the mainstream media to broadcast disempowering and sinful ideas, symbols, and images to program our minds to project a false reality to imprison our souls. Most people are so hypnotized by the ideas, symbols, and images of the dark force that they believe they can really change reality through the branch. So they protest against corporations and governments, and some of them even call for violent revolutions. The act of protesting and the act of violence can create change. However, they do not purify the mind of evil thoughts, and therefore the change is temporary and vulnerable to corruption. The mind is the root cause of reality. As long as it's tainted with evil thoughts, it will keep projecting a reality contaminated with corruption, manifesting an endless cycle of corruption. Changing reality in a powerful way requires us to change the way we think, which in turn changes our minds. If we want the world to change into a world full of peace and love, we need to change first by thinking and behaving in a peaceful manner, so we can live in peace with our neighbors and other nations. Furthermore, we need to love our neighbors like they are our brothers and sisters. Collectively, we are the creators of our reality. This means that the world we live in is a reflection of our collective mind. We have the power to create because we were created in the image and likeness of our Heavenly Father. Because we are creating our reality, Everything that is happening in our reality, whether good or evil, is manifested from our collective mind, which is the cause of our reality. What we see with our physical eyes is the effect projected from our collective mind. In order to change the effect in a powerful way, we need to change the way we think, causing our collective mind to manifest a different effect. One of the most powerful ways to change the way we think is through the process of programming our minds with empowering words. The mind is like a garden, and words are like spiritual seeds. Therefore, when we learn how to use words wisely, we can sow good seeds in our minds to grow a beautiful garden full of good fruits for us to reap, manifesting a world free of corruption. On the other hand, when we don't know how to use words wisely, we sow many evil seeds in our minds by speaking like children of Satan, manifesting a world contaminated with evil.